In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the difference between a 1000x meme coin, 100x meme coin, and a meme coin that simply goes to zero. These are just a couple of tips that I've learned. In fact, there are going to be 7 different tips, as well as, well, the 7th tip is just going to be 7 different rules you guys need to follow when you guys are trading meme coins. Yes, there's a strategy. Yes, there's a plan. You can't simply just go out there and ape and have fun. Sure, you can, but you got to be careful because you could basically lose everything. So in today's video, we're going to go ahead and share those 7 different strategies. If you guys enjoy this type of content, drop a like, drop a subscribe, and tell me what you guys think. And of course, go ahead, shill your meme coins. Be careful though, don't just shill your meme coin, explain why. And based on these rules or strategies described in this video, make sure you guys give a detailed description on that. So the very first thing is a strong community. Let me go ahead and give you guys a couple of examples of a strong community. Of course, we're going to talk about Pepe Coin. Now, the difference between Pepe Coin and a lot of all of these other meme coins, actually there really isn't much of a difference. They are just meme coins. But Pepe is the coin that basically facilitates and gathers this community together. That's something that they rally behind. And if you check out the Pepe coin, something different that happens with Pepe compared to other meme coins is you can kind of look at them like they were to Goblin Town to NFTs. Goblin Town took its fame to glory or road to glory, whatever you want to call it, because what they would do is they would do like almost 24/7 spaces to where they would just go in there and make goblin noises. Now with Pepe, it's similar. They just have a Twitter space and they just go out there and they literally just, I don't even know, they just talk about random junk. It gets a little bit crazy in there. I wouldn't really recommend staying in the space super long, but you can go in there, get the vibe. That's the type of community it's in. But you can see Pepe the Frog is a really prominent meme in the crypto space and just in general. I mean, you see Pepe the Frog everywhere, and it just gives a good laugh. You look at it and it puts a smile on your face. That's the type of community you're looking at. You're looking at a bunch of crazy degens that are rallying behind this Pepe the Frog. Now, you can check out the community. You can see them on Twitter. These guys run almost a 24/7 Twitter space. It's not as crazy as it was when they first rolled out, but that's the narrative behind Pepe, and that's why it rose astronomically, and a bunch of people are talking about it. And that's how memes run. Once more people talk about it, other people talk about it, and as more people talk about it, other people start talking about it. And once you keep hearing this, it's almost like a Fritos commercial. You see a bunch of Fritos everywhere you go, and eventually you eat the bag of Fritos. It's the same thing with Pepe and the meme. So that's kind of segueing into the second thing, which is memeable, and it has a strong narrative. Pepe the Frog is an extremely strong narrative, and this is a strong meme. People can look at it and they get a good laugh at it. Like here's an example of like Pepe the Frog meme with frogs over dogs. It's literally just Pepe the Frog and, I don't know, this souped up dude, whatever you want to call it, and holding a Doge or a Shiba Inu. And this is Dogecoin, just kind of like, hey look, Pepe the Frog is better than Doge. Now, I'm not saying it's better than Doge, I'm just explaining to you the memeability of this actual meme coin itself. You can't look at the fundamentals of meme coins as like fundamentals on a crypto project. The fundamentals of a meme coin are the memementals. So the more they can get their name out there, the more people can look at something and laugh or smile, or look at a picture and both come to a conclusion. Like I look at this picture and I think, oh, Pepe the Frog is holding Doge, almost like, hey, it's the king, I'm the ruler, I basically own you type of thing. And other people, I believe, would look at that and consider the same or come across a similar conclusion. So with something like this, memes, they have a larger TAM than something, TAM is total addressable market, than something like a DeFi coin. Someone might look at GMX and be like, perps, I don't even know what derivatives are. How do I even trade? What, 100x leverage? What is this? Wait, I just buy and, wait, I just got liquidated. What happened? That type of thing. People don't understand that as much. But they look at a coin and they're like, oh, it's Pepe the Frog, this guy's funny. I see him on Twitter all the time. Oh, I recognize it. It's just brand recognition. Just like McDonald's. You go, I don't know, in Europe or in another country and you see some like hole-in-the-wall restaurant and you're like, I don't know about that one. But then you see a McDonald's and you're like, Okay, I understand that. I trust that. I'm going to grab some McDonald's type of thing. Before we get into the third step, just wanted to say thanks to the sponsors of this channel, Quinta.io. If you guys want to trade up to 50x leverage with near infinite liquidity powered by synthetics, make sure you guys check out Quinta.io. There are several videos on my channel that describe Quinta and explain how it works. But if you guys are new to perps trading, you can basically go to their market. You can trade several different assets like BTC, ETH, Sol, Phantom, Polygon, and a bunch of different other coins as well as Forex. Make sure you guys check it out. Links in the description below. Okay, so now the third thing you want to look for after you got number one and number two, the strong community and a memeability and a strong narrative, is you want to look for locked liquidity or burned liquidity. So here's an example of Token Sniffer. You can simply just go on Deck Screener. For example, this is Pepe Chain right here. You can simply just scroll down and look for Token Sniffer. You click on Token Sniffer, it will take you to this pop-up. You can scroll down and you can see here, oh, okay, at least 95% of the liquidity is burned / locked for 15 days. That's good, great. The reason why this is good, because at least it's not a rug. Now, you also have to look into other things like on bubble maps, you should see who owns a lot of this token. Like you can see here, a lot of this token is being held by this wallet. Now, who's this wallet? Well, you simply just copy this address. You can open it and check it out on the ETH Explorer, or you can simply look at the address on DBank and see what it looks like on there. So here's an example. This is the address on DBank. You can see here, this is Unisex Network. So this is the ETH and Pepe Chain liquidity pool. So this is their locked liquidity. So this LP pair right here is the locked liquidity. So now what are these other wallets that are connected to it? Well, you can simply copy and paste these wallets, see what they have addressed inside DBank, or you can go on Etherscan. And as you can see here, this wallet simply just received Pepe Chain. Maybe it's a wallet that's going to be used for marketing. Maybe it's going to be used somewhat for the team. But basically, you have some liquid Pepe Chain token. Now, they haven't sold, they haven't bought. This is literally just some free token that they had. So obviously, time will tell. We'll see what happens. This is something that you can flag on the radar and hold. Bubble Maps is a really useful tool. Preferably, what you want to see is these circles. These are typically not a good thing. I mean, it's an LP, so that's okay, and it's locked liquidity, so it's off the market. But you preferably want to see a bunch of bubbles everywhere. When you see them connected, then that's typically one party that has control of a bunch of wallets. So you want to see this decentralized. So again, you want to look for locked liquidity or liquidity that's been burned, or even with a trusted dev. If you can get that, that's preferable. And that kind of gives us a segue into the fourth thing, which is decentralized and a growing wallet base. It does have a couple of centralized wallets, but as always, time will tell. We'll see what happens if it goes to further decentralization. This is not the only tall tale sign that it's going to be bad. In fact, Pepe, there was a group of holders that had a bunch of these tokens, but Pepe ended up outperforming the markets. In fact, like 10 or 15% of the supply was held by a handful of wallets. And you can see here, Pepe was just like, forget it. We don't care. We're just going to moonshot. That's our mission. And they were literally on a moon mission. It's been nuts and ham. So it doesn't mean like, hey, there's no way it'll go up. This is just something that you want to look for. Preferably, you want something decentralized and more of a wallet holder base. And you can also simply go to the Explorer if you don't have a bubble maps on it, because sometimes they don't populate, and you look for something like this. 50,000 holders, that's healthy. That's something you want to look for. Now, if you look at something like Pepe Chain, let's go and take a look and see how many holders they have. You simply go to Pepe Chain, you go in the Explorer, and let's go and see. You can see here there's 1,077 holders. It's not good, it's not bad, it's average. That's like, okay, this isn't horrible, but it's a newer coin. You have to factor that in. Obviously, it's been around, what, 2-3 days? So you got to give it some time. Whereas something like Pepe, Pepe's been around for almost, I would say, almost a month, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. Now, I'm not saying Pepe Chain is one of those coins to go to. I'm just using this as an example because it's on the screen. In fact, it's nuking right now. It could be a good buy. As always, time will tell. Meme coins are extremely volatile, but it does strike off 2 checkboxes. 1, the community actually isn't that bad. It's pretty strong. 2, it's memeable. It's Pepe Chain. It's basically a chain full of memes. You can relate it to Doge Chain, which Doge Chain is a multiple 100 million market cap, whereas this one's only a $3.1 million market cap. Now, as for the token holders, that is something I do have a concern about. As you can see here based on this bubble map, there are a lot of centralized holders. But these are just different things you guys got to look for. And yes, I get it's on ETH, it's got gas fees. You're like, Drake, why are you talking about it? Well, that goes into the fifth step. The fifth is make sure it's on the right chain. Now, yes, you can have it on Avalanche, you can have it on Phantom, you can have it on these other chains. But here's the problem with going on other chains. You guys remember I was talking about the TAM earlier in this video. The TAM is going to be the biggest on Ethereum. Why? It's because there's billions of dollars in liquidity over here. You can see here there's actually $70 billion in stablecoins. Whereas you compare it to something like Binance Smart Chain, you got $6.43 billion. You got Arbitrum, well, 1.95, 2.26, whatever you want to call it, a couple $billion. Whereas ETH has a larger addressable market. This is just something to keep in mind. Launching a meme coin on Arbitrum only has so many people that can pile into something like this compared to something like Ethereum. Yes, I get it, the gas fees are rough, but that is something you have to throw in as a factor. Now, that doesn't mean if a coin or a meme coin launches on another chain besides Ethereum, that doesn't mean that it's going to go to zero or get wrecked. In fact, there is one coin called AI Doge. This one had a simple narrative, but it had something that set itself apart from the market, which we're going to go into the sixth thing, which is doing something different. Now, before I go into doing something different, the fifth part is being on the right chain. Yes, it was on Arbitrum, so it does have a TAM of about $2 billion. You have to look at these market caps like a meme because that's not really the actual market cap there because of the liquidity ratio. But if you check out AI Doge and go to the website, what is the differentiating factor that drives this protocol and what's making it do well? Well, it has to do with its 10% tax. It has a 10% tax. So when you are buying this token, there is literally a 10% tax right on the buy that is distributed out through LPs, holders, and even team wallets. If just take a look into the docs in order to see the exact distribution. But based on that 10% tax is what's driving it. So if I wanted to come in here and stake, first I would have to buy, that's 10%. Then I would have to stake, that's another 10%. Now if I want to sell and cash out, well, there's a withdrawal, that's another 10%. Then sell or cash out, whatever, that's another 10%. So there's 40% right there going in and out of the system. Now, if I wanted to LP and earn some of the rewards, sure, I can chase after these rewards. Juicy APR, just like I showed you on the staking. I buy the token, 10% tax. I throw in the LP, also a tax. Withdraw from the LP, also a tax. Sell, another tax. Just something to keep in mind. That's kind of what is driving the economy of this AI Doge. And what also set themselves apart is they literally airdrop to anyone who got the ARB airdrop. So if you got the ARB airdrop, you also got some of this AI Doge token that you can claim for free, and they were first mover advantage. Sure, there was a bunch of others that came across, but their flywheels weren't spinning. This flywheel became or started to spin is because as people were dropping in there, people could earn some of the AI Doge, which juices this APY. People chase the APY, juices the APY some more, have the 10% transactions filtering and throwing it through. So that was one of the things that it did different. Same thing with Pepe the Frog. Or not Pepe the Frog, but Pepe Coin. They did something different. They basically did what Goblin Town did, but for a crypto asset itself, and they threw it into the meme coin, which everyone knows, Pepe the Frog. Now, there are other ones that I wouldn't call them doing something different, but they are following based on organic marketing, like Rogan. I wouldn't call this doing something different, but as someone goes and searches on Twitter and looks for Joe Rogan, they might pull up Rogan coin and are like, whoa, Rogan? Joe Rogan? He's got a coin? No way, I'm in. It's just like the Fritos commercial. It's memes. You see it a bunch. You eventually are like, wow, that's a lot of Fritos. I'm going to buy it. You eventually eat a bag and it's over. And then you have others that simply just piggyback off of it. An example is UPP. This is Uncle Pepe. Basically, you buy the token, you stake, or you don't even stake it. You just hold the token. That has a 9% tax. The tax goes to buy the Bob token, and now Bob is being rewarded in holders. Speaking of which, Bob is another one that is one of those things that was kind of different. Elon Musk actually responded to Bob several times. It's basically just a bot on Twitter. So as more people are like, hey, at Bob, explain this. Well, every time that's more memeability, that's more marketing. More people see Bob and people are like, Bob? No, wait, Bob? Bob? Wait, I'm going to buy some Bob. No, wait, Bob. I'll buy Bob. And then it's memeability. People start talking about it. They realize, okay, I want to buy a bag type of thing. That's what you got to look for in the memes, which now we go into the seventh piece. I know we're kind of going long, but these are 7 rules you must follow. First, don't FOMO. Look, we were just talking about Pepe Chain. Now, I do this all the time. Me, personally, Pepe Chain, I thought it was cool. So I threw something at it. As we were literally recording earlier in this video, like 5 minutes ago, if you would have bought at 47, and then literally during the video, I was like, could be a good buying opportunity. I actually took a screenshot while we were recording in this, and I posted it in Discord. But look, I was like, hey, screenshot. This looks like a good entry. Interesting. And as you can see here, 32. Well, you would be up a good amount. Nice entry. But anyways, guys, that's literally in like 10 minutes. You don't FOMO. Just be careful, be safe, and wait. You will get better buying opportunities. Be careful of FOMO, and when you get that buying opportunity, capitalize on it. These are low liquidity tokens where incremental buys and sells can move this like nuts in hand. So time your entries right and be safe and be good with it. That's the first one. Don't FOMO. You will always get another opportunity. Second, don't marry your bags. Seriously, these things, 99.9999999% of them, they're literally just going to go to zero, the rug pull, or the dev will say, oh, something crazy happened and we all died type of thing. Don't marry your bags. It's just seriously. If you got a profit, take it off the table, cash it out, play with the house's money. If it goes to zero, who cares at that point? Third, set take profit points before a giga pumps. Trust me, it's tempting to squeeze out the last penny. Like, you will see it, it's going up, and you're like, oh, it's 50, oh, it's 60, oh, it's 90, I'm going to hold it. You know what? Here's an example of Bob the Builder, whatever, BB coin. This is one I was trading earlier today. Now, I was sitting here and I was like, 85, 90, snap, I got to take profits. So I sold the principal portion at 90 cents or 0.0009, whatever. And I kept the moon bag. Now, I think it'll keep doing well. We'll see. It's got a 9% tax, so I was just like, whatever. I'll keep the moon bag, see what happens. Well, in the sell, I saw it increase another 10% after I sold, and I'm like, I knew I made the wrong decision. And then it ends up going down. And then you look back and you're like, oh, wow, this is great. It doesn't always play out like that. In fact, I remember selling Pepe Coin. Pepe Coin, for example, I got the principal back. I sold Pepe Coin, it was like 30 cents or point whatever, all those zeros, 3. Well, it's up. It's up another 33%. Well, I feel like a bozo for well, no, actually I don't. I got the principal back. I'm happy. It's okay. I can live for another day. I practice the strategy and I exercise discipline. It's a good trading strategy to practice that because you have to get the principal back, or eventually all these things are literally just going to go to zero and you'll just be left holding the bag. Have to be careful. Now that goes into the fourth one. Always keep a moon bag. Now if I sold all the Pepe, then I would be looking back and being like, man, I got FOMO. I got to buy back into Pepe. Well, no, I have a moon bag, so I'm just going to ride it out and see what happens. Fifth, don't overinvest. Deploy coffee money. That's what I call it. If it goes to zero, I don't care. If it goes up, whatever. It was coffee. I can now get 10 coffees because it did a 10x. Whatever. I can sleep at night. It's okay. I don't have to stare at the screen and just be like, it's got to go up, it's got to go up so I can sell it. No, I don't have to do that. So again, don't overinvest. And lastly, well, sixth, have fun. Seriously, it's memes. Have some fun. It'll probably go to zero. It will go to zero. At least be happy that you're having fun. Whatever. Instead of paying for a coffee and getting that joy, instead you get pay and have fun. When I say coffee money, yeah, it's on ETH. I'm talking like $200, $300, maybe $400. If you can't deploy that type of capital, then it's probably best to stay off ETH and probably look for long-term plays. Again, the meme coin game, it's just kind of like a fun thing. You really don't want to play with a big portion of your portfolio. And don't get jealous of the guys who are just out there turning like 250 bucks into like $100,000. They don't tell you the stories where they turn $2,500 or $25,000 into zero. Like, it happens all the time. Trust me. I know. Seventh, repeat. Like, literally, just do all those steps. Look for the different steps involved besides just these rules. Look at the different steps into the meme coin. The 6 steps and the 7th, which is simply follow those rules. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's kind of like a quick tidbit on meme coins. Yeah, have fun, guys. Seriously. And if you guys want to jump in the Discord, links in the description below. Yeah, I'm a lot more active there. People are asking if I'm active in Discord. Yeah, I'm active there. I'm commenting there and posting stuff there every single day. We are a small group, so if you are new to crypto and getting into it, I would recommend going on YouTube videos. All of those are free. Look, research those, understand this stuff, the worldwide of DeFi and cryptocurrency in general, and just go on Twitter, research, follow, do some wallet following, see what these guys are doing, and play around a little bit. Use some of these DeFi protocols. Go on Polygon, go on Phantom, go on some of these chains with low gas fees and spend like $100, $200. It's a cost of tuition. Play around with it, use the gas fees, see how it works, understand it, build your own theses, build your own conviction, make some money, and then after you make some money, then you figure out what you want to do and get into different alpha groups, and then you can figure out where to deploy. We're going to hit you guys with Proverbs chapter 10, verses 13. Wisdom is found on the lips of the discerning, but a rod is for the back of those who has no sense. Be good, be righteous, have some sense. Peace.